guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to talk hyaluronic acid. You know, at one point I couldn't even say the word, but now I feel so comfortable saying it. And I'm definitely very comfortable in sharing my opinion and my recommendations on it and my review on basically cosmetic companies and skincare companies have been throwing around the term hyaluronic acid in the last few years. It's just become one of those words that you hear over and over again. In fact, I have girlfriends, where I'll say, they'll tell me, oh, my skin's a little dry, and I'll say, you need to use some hyaluronic acid, and they'll look at me and go, eh? All right, guys. So thank you. Thank you for stopping by to visit. If you're interested, just keep watching. But here we go. First of all, I wanted to ask the question and answer the question is, so what is hyaluronic acid? So I looked up the answer and I'll read it to you real quickly. Hyaluronic acid is a lubricating clear substance that's produced by the body naturally. In the human body, hyaluronic acid is found in the greatest concentrations in the skin, inside the joints, within the eye sockets, and in other tissues where it helps retain collagen, increase moisture, and provide elasticity and flexibility. And see, all those things are the things that as we start to mature, we need to do to our skin. We need to help it because it's losing the amount of moisture that it used to at one point have. I mean, I can tell you when I was young, I had very, very oily skin, but not anymore. My skin is not that oily, unfortunately. Having oily skin had some issues too. It gave me enlarged pores. It gave me, acne, but my skin never felt dry or taut or like it was, needing moisture at that time. But now I'm at the different end of the spectrum. I still have during the summer, well, I don't know, this will be, every summer seems to be a little bit different the more I age. And like I said, guys, I'm 47 years old. And so I am definitely getting closer to the big 50. So anyways, I started using hyaluronic acid mid 2016. I used products that contained it prior to that, and by mid I would say it was probably in August that I started to purposely seek products that either had hyaluronic acid or were a pure form of hyaluronic acid because I wanted to give my skin the moisture it needed. I currently have a pretty aggressive skincare routine. I use the Ordinary's vitamin C, the 23%. I use retin A. I also use niacinamide and other peptides. And so I have a pretty aggressive routine, and I have recently started derma rolling. And so in the process, when you're doing those kinds of things to your skin starts to get a little bit more needing more moisture. It just needs, in order for it to feel more plump and more youthful, you kind of need to help it in the process. And so that's how I got into the hyaluronic acid. So I wanted to share with you guys the three that I have really gotten to know and that I could share about because I've used them and I feel comfortable with them. The first one is a serum, and it contains different, not just hyaluronic acid, but it does contain other ingredients, and it is by Dr. Carver's, and it's called Dr. Carver's Miracle Repair Serum. And I actually got this bottle from the Dollar Shave Club. I am not a member of the Dollar Shave Club, but they did allow me to just purchase this and one of their moisturizers. I know typically the Dollar Shave Club is more of a man's website, let's put it that way, and the products are really, targeted for men and their shaving. This little serum has some really high ratings on Paula's Choice Beautypedia, so it really intrigued me. See, my main criteria was that it had to be affordable. Whatever form of hyaluronic acid or whatever products I'm using on my skin have to be affordable. I'm a single mom, and I'm gonna really not tight, but I have to really watch my budget, right? And so I don't have the extra pennies right now in this season to go out and spend $100 on a serum. And honestly, I think if I did have the extra pennies, I'm sure I wouldn't do it. That's just not my nature. So, not that I'm tight, but I do watch my pennies. So anyways, this particular product contains cypress berry, Solomon's seal, AHA complex, the hyaluronic acid, YT extract, and blueberry extract. When you look this up on Paula's Choice, it has 5-star expert rating, and I think almost a 4.5-star rating for the community rating. It says, Dr. Carver's Miracle Repair Serum puts the ingredients to good use by pairing it with multiple antioxidants, skin repairing, and anti-irritant ingredients. Those with oily to combination skin will likely appreciate its lightweight texture, while those with dry skin will need to use it with a moisturizer. It is fragrance free and it's suitable for acne prone skin. So this was my first branching out into hyaluronic acid that I had, and at that point my skin was definitely I'm still very combo, but at that point I had a little bit more oil to my skin than I do now. It seems like I'm getting drier and drier. Let's see how now the summer, because I do live in Florida, and in the summer we're very humid, so that might affect the way my skin is responding. So anyways, I enjoyed it. I'll show you what the serum looks like. There's not very much left because, like I said, I really did use it, so I can actually give you a review of what the product is like. So anyways, you'll see right there, it is, it's not a very runny formula, so you won't see it going down my hand, but it's got a bit of a milky texture. And I'll make sure to go up a little closer and see if you can't see it. And as I rub it in, and I'll put this down, as I rub it in, you'll be able to see that it definitely absorbs quickly into my skin. In the summer, because like I told you guys, I started using it in August, I didn't feel the need to follow it up at that point with a moisturizer, but I think I ended up using it almost like into October, and by the end of October, by the mid-October, where the winter was starting to set in and we were getting a little bit more cooler days, my skin definitely needed a little bit more moisture. There wasn't quite as much humidity out in the air. So I would definitely say if you've got oily or normal skin, you will definitely enjoy it. It is not sticky once you put it on. It just seems to absorb completely into your skin. And I can definitely say that I felt that it was hydrating my skin and that my skin looked just a little bit more fresh and plump. And so that's the first product that I used. Then the next one I branched out into was the Aster Woods Naturals Hyaluronic Acid. Now this one is the most inexpensive, I think, of Aster Woods Hyaluronic Acid. You can get it on Amazon, and this 2-ounce bottle is $9.90. It is very affordable. It is just simply hyaluronic acid. They don't have a rating on Paula's Choice, but I went ahead and took a chance with it because it had, I think it was like 4 3/4 stars on Amazon. Its claims. Aster Woods Naturals Anti-Aging Serum is gentle and effective for all skin types. Hyaluronic acid, its key ingredient, is known for its ability to hold 1,000 times its weight in water and deliver intense hydration to dry, dull skin. It combats aging skin by nourishing collagen and leaves skin full, plump, and healthy. This is an organic vegan hyaluronic acid, alcohol-free, paraben-free, oil-free, and fragrance-free. So, I mean, in general, it just, it was a very simple form. It didn't have any bells or whistles to it, but when I used it, I really, really enjoyed it. So now I'll share this one on this hand, and hopefully by the time we get to the third one, my hand will be where you will be able to see it. I'm going to put it on my hand, and you will be able to see just how runny this is. It is very, very liquidy. It will run down your hand, just like you can see right there. So because it's so liquidy, when you rub it into your skin, it just almost feels like water. It does not have dimethicone. So anyways, the ingredients are very, very simple, and they're listed on the bottle. And so the main ingredient, I think, is just water and hyaluronic acid. When you rub it in like this, it doesn't add any tackiness to your skin. It just absolutely becomes absorbed by your skin, and it just molds right into it. Of the 3 products I'm going to share with you today, this is my favorite. And this is the one I will continue to purchase because it doesn't affect anything that I put over it. Like if I wore primer or if I wore my makeup or anything, whatever I used in combination with it, it just didn't affect it. Now, one of the hints I will give you that I use, because it doesn't really have any moisturizing qualities, like you don't feel it when you go on your skin. You aren't going to feel it be like creamy or lotiony, kind of like your when you use a moisturizer. So what I would do is I use oils, and I don't really use a lot of moisturizers. So I would take the hyaluronic acid and either would put it on first, and then I would apply my jojoba oil or my marula or argan oil, whichever I was using at the time. And then it says that once you do that, it's able to function because it's grabbing on to the oil, the liquid inside of that oil. So that's my hint. That's how I would definitely use it, and I definitely found that that was the most effective way for me to use the product. The third hyaluronic acid product that I purchased is by The Ordinary. It's a Decium company. It's called the Abnormal Beauty Company, and it is the hyaluronic 2% plus B5. It is also a 1 fluid ounce bottle. So this is only 1 fluid ounce, but let me show you what this one looks like so that you can see in comparison. It also has a dropper, and I'll put it on the back of my hand. When I drop one in, you'll see that it is watery, but not quite as watery as my Astor Woods one. This one contains glycerin, and if you've ever felt glycerin, you'll understand that slip that it has. It has a bit of a slip and slicking and slickness, and so this product does have that. And when you rub it in, it doesn't absorb quite as quickly as the Astor Woods one does. But this one has the benefit of containing B5. So if that's important to you, then this would definitely be your choice. You'll be able to see that on my hand, you can still see that bit of a shine is the best way I could say that, because it does remain tacky to the touch once you apply it. So I think theoretically you could almost use it as a primer because of the glycerin that it has inside of the product, but I never used it that way. Like I said, I put this on and then I put my oil, and then that gets absorbed into my skin in about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'll take my dogs out I usually take my dogs out while that's on my skin drying, and then by the time I come in, I'm ready to do my makeup for the day. So anyways, long story short, it does absorb into your skin, but it's just a little bit more tacky. Like right now, the tackiness is almost all gone. But I'll read you what its claims are. Hyaluronic acid can attract up to 1,000 times its weight in water. The molecular size of the HA determines its depth of delivery into the skin. The system is supported with the addition of B5, vitamin B5, which will also enhance surface hydration. It has a pH balance of 6.5. It's alcohol-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. However, it does contain glycerin, so I'm imagining it must be vegetable glycerin that it has in it, because it is cruelty-free. But those are the 3 bottles of the 3 products that I have tried, and honestly, they have all 3 been very enjoyable. I can't say anything bad about any of them because they were very, very, very effective. However, from this point forward, once I finish up, because right now I'm currently using the Ordinary's one, and you guys can see I'm about halfway done. So when this one is done, I've already repurchased the Astor Woods hyaluronic acid, because of the 3, this is my favorite. You get the most for the money. It is just like water. It is very gentle, and it plays well with every other product. That's not to say that these don't. It's just this one has a little bit thicker of a more tacky feeling, the Ordinary's one. And this one, I really have to use a moisturizer along with it because it does tend to be a little bit more drying on my already dry skin. But if you've got oily skin, this is a great option. And if you're a man, go for it. And if you're a woman too, don't be limited simply because it's marketed to men. It is a really good product. So guys, I hope that this review and chat about hyaluronic acid, you guys find it helpful. It's my first venture into the skincare kind of video, and I'm really excited to share with you guys my experience. Like I said, my skincare at this point is pretty aggressive. I've got some hyperpigmentation right here that I'm trying to work on to get rid of. I've got some enlarged pores that I've definitely been able to get cleared out, and I'm working on keeping them tight. And I've definitely got some wrinkles like this one right here, and you know, the ones around my eyes, and that I'm working on, and also the softening of my jaw, that I'm really concentrating on seeing what products that are out there can actually help improve as I go forth in the aging process. Don't get me wrong, I think aging is beautiful. My mother is 86 years old, and if I can, I'll insert a picture. Probably one of the most beautiful women I know. She has beautiful skin. She has taken care of herself, but is not compulsive about it either. So I plan to age gracefully. Due to a medical condition I have, I am not able to do anything like Botox or fillers or even any surgery. So those things aren't an option for me. And so therefore I'm really looking to see what simply just using some products on my skin can do to help maintain it and really help me along in this aging process. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you come back. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, I'd love to have you join our family and subscribe. Thank you. Have a blessed day and come back and visit. Bye.